This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
They go play action with Ryan. Then the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the shotgun, Ryan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. And Prater's not going to get this one. Missed it. No good. Wide to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
2nd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Johnson was the intended receiver. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
20 blue 80, right 25.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 4 down, 11. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
21.
On 2nd and 15 now. Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Trey Flowers. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready, blue 80.
Squeeze. Check right, check right.
From the gun, Ryan. Flushed out right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On 4th down, Matt Nagy willing to settle for 3. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, watch this, watch this.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, you tighten up.
Hey, Delta.
55.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, set. 18, Gator.
Danny.
Hey, Orville. Big dribble.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Here we go. 18, Gator.
It's just me and you.
Hey, shoot.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Throwing again. Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. You thought we'd see pressure. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, I thought that they'd be very aggressive in that type of a situation, and that's what they call getting home, because home is where the quarterback is.
And where the heart is.
And that heart just got shattered in 1,000 pieces.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard. And it's 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up. 49, check 49, check 49. Check, check. Check, check.
They try again with Cohen. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10.
22. He's coming. Ready to go.
First down, a run with Cohen. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check. X3, 218, chop it.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Kill.
Check.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Check. Smooth. Go.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And he's got Miller. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Pilot, 64, weak. 51, sub. Hey, gun.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Cohen. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 23-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
Kill. Turn up. Check 9. Slam.
On first down, it's Cohen. And able to work his way down to the 16. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check three.
They'll run on second down with Cohen, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Kill. Watch that. Watch twist.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run forward Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Now they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends.
Bravo.
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Ryan on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bears, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.